Now that you have your Gmail account set up, it's time to compose your first email. In the left menu pane, click the Compose button. Now there are three main parts to the email that you'll always need to have. Recipients, which are the people you're sending the email to, a subject, which tells your recipients what the email is about, and the body, which is the actual message. Let's start by adding some recipients. You can type one or more email addresses here, and if you have more than one, they'll need to be separated by commas. If the person is already in your contacts, you can just start typing their name, and it will appear below. And you can press the Enter key or the Tab key to add the person. You can add a lot of email addresses really quickly this way. Another way to add recipients is to click the word To, and then you can select the contacts that you want, and then click Select. For the subject, you can just type something brief that describes what the email is about, and in the body field, you can type your message. Now before we send this email, there are some additional things that we can do. If you click on the recipients, you can add people to the CC or BCC fields, which stand for carbon copy and blind carbon copy. Carbon copy is used a lot in the business world, and it basically just lets the person know that they're not the main recipient, while still keeping them in the loop. Blind carbon copy is similar, except it hides the recipient's email address from everyone else. For this email, we don't really need to use either of these. You can also attach a file. For this email, we might want to add a flyer that people can print. You'll be able to see the upload progress here, and it's nice to include a short note just to let your recipients know what the attachment is. Finally, we can add various types of formatting to the body of the email. For example, it would be good to format this web address as a link that people can click on. I'll select it, and then hover over the plus sign and click the link button. If you want, you can click Change to change the display text to something different. You can also use these buttons to add other formatting like colors, fonts, and bulleted or numbered lists. Since this email is pretty informal, the colors and fonts help to add some personality to it. But in a more serious email, like a job application, it's better to stick with more traditional formatting. The final step is to click Send. Gmail will send out the email and then close the message window. Now there's one more thing I'd like to mention. Many people like to create a signature that will appear at the end of every email they send. To do this, click the gear icon and select Settings. Then scroll down until you see the signature area. Typically, a signature will include your name and some kind of contact info, like an email address and/or a phone number. But keep in mind that this will be seen by everybody who gets an email from you, so you may not want to include anything too personal, like your home address. If you want, you can add some formatting to your signature. When you're done, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Save Changes. And now, whenever you compose an email, your signature will appear at the